I think the first time we actually met was at my show at Village Underground, like, because we've been in conversation. I know you've been in the same building as me, but we didn't actually get to meet.
No, I think when we did, it was purely, I think I met Esther.
You met
outside, it was a club in Dalston, Birthdays. No, The Nest.
The Nest.
Damn. And that's when you announced you were moving.
Rinse.
Yes, I don't know if we could say that, but
nah, that's all part
you
of
announced
London.
Rinse, and I thought that's a great move, just to help you with the London crowd as well.
Of course. You know, the experience with Rinse, man, it was like one of those bittersweet, because like it was such a learning experience for me, coming from K Beach, from the university,
of course,
and just being on my own. When I went with Rinse, I was definitely just kind of independent, recording from the LA headquarters, spending 12-15 hours a day, no producer. I'm so thankful I have a producer now, because back then, man, we were just like, it was real gritty.
Joe, to put it this way, man, after dealing with the team today, I need a producer for sure.
Yo, I was shouting out. I was like, yo, we need to get Complexion a radio show on Beast One, like off top.
Do you know what? I think what's going to happen. I think the thing with me is I haven't really pushed to go on not mainstream radio, but a bigger radio station, because I do like the independence that I have. I think it works good, and also goes against me as well. Because having the backing of a big station would definitely help me.
Of course.
But also, I like that I can do wherever I want.
Yeah.
You know, the station I'm currently on is 10 minutes from my house.
Amazing.
I go there in my PJs, I drink my tea, and I'm doing my thing. And just to be able to connect with people with social media, that's good for me. You know, because I'll be honest, man, I never thought this Future Beat show would get me where it would get.
Yeah.
Because we've briefly spoken on text and DMs when I've kind of said, Joe, like, I'm kind of thinking of stopping or slowing down. And you were like, why? And the thing is, I've done this so many times, I've got to the right part and things just haven't worked out. And I feel like after the third or fourth time, you're kind of like, do I have the energy? But there was something about this music. I'm gonna tell you a story actually real quick.
Go for it.
When I first when I first started playing this kind of music, I discovered an artist called Ferris Mueller, and he had done a couple of remixes of like Donnell Jones and Blackstreet. And then I came across Sango and Esther. I was like, these guys are incredible.
What year was this?
This was like 5 years ago, so I'm thinking 14?
No, I think it was sooner, no? 20, because you've been on this sound for a minute.
Maybe it was.
2013.
And I was on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
And I just started using Bandcamp, and I thought, what's Solection? And I clicked and I thought, yo, there's a whole label that does this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I heard North for the first time.
Oh yeah, that was 2013.
And that, to be honest, that is what, because I've always loved space, you know, and my whole show is based around space and everything else. And the only reason is, I just love space. I'm so fascinated by it. So I thought this is the way for me to teach people like incredible things through the power of music. And North, to me, is genuinely, if I was able to fly past the moon, that's what I'd be listening to.
Wow.
Like genuinely, that's that album, EP, whatever you want to call it.
That's an album.
That did so much for my aesthetic, for the brand, for just mentally.
That's one of the top albums for us too. I mean, when you think about the whole Selection catalog, North is like top 3, top 2. And it's just such a timeless, to me, that's his best album.
It's
that's
incredible.
His best work.
Yeah, no, incredible. And to see him go from there, and this is the other thing about Selection is I've been on you guys, not early, but early enough. And I've witnessed things go from K Beach to Rinse to where you are now.
Yeah.
The labels, the brand work. I mean, I still can't believe you've done something with BBC. Like, that to me is insane. One of my favorite brands, you know.
Yeah.
And Joe's just like, yeah, casually, yeah, we're doing something with those guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing to see that. And I feel like a lot of people who might have come onto you through Beats One need to go and see what you've achieved beforehand.
That's
because
love.
this isn't an overnight thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's been, you know, building every single time.
No, you're right. I mean, I can say the same about you. I feel like we've both been watching each other and supporting each other. That's why I had you on the show when I did this show at Village Underground.
That was a dope
because,
show.
I mean, you had the best set of the night.
Oh, come on.
No, you did. You came in correct. You came in right before, and people, because we had a few live performances, and I think that's what people are hearing right now. We're literally in the mix. We're gonna get back to your set right now, to the music, but you know, like, you can cut up. You can actually. You have DMC experience.
Well, I was doing that before and I stopped. And to be honest, shout out to Jared Jackson, who then made me want to go back into it again. Because for the longest time, I felt like you couldn't really cut up over Future Beats.
Yeah.
So I got used to just chilling, you know, setting the mood. I saw Jared. I was like, look, man, those Selection have got someone now.
Yeah, finally.
I need no, not finally. No. Every DJ on Selection does something dope.
But we need someone with the technical skill on the decks.
Here's the other thing though, right? I didn't know you could mix. When I started DJing, I didn't know there was such a thing as mixing. I thought you just cut records and you dropped them. We had this conversation earlier.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like learning how to rock a crowd is the most incredible ability any DJ can have. So if you're listening and you want to do something with music, with DJing, learn how to rock a crowd, but learn how to read a crowd. And I feel like that's the most important thing any DJ can do, because cutting is dope, but that's just like adding the sprinkles on top of a good DJ, you know. And but Jared, anyway, man, like he's so dope.
Yo,
and,
shout out to him.
Yeah,
man.
seeing what he's doing,
resurrected the whole. Like I told him, because I'm like, yo, start really emphasizing on cutting up 100%. All the dope beats that we all play, because no one's doing that.
But Joe, you're from the West Coast as well. I mean, you got some dope DJs there.
Oh
as
no,
well,
we do.
You know, so.
And I'm cool with all of them. I love them, but no one's really cutting up the future beats or like all the edits. Surprisingly.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like now we're at a stage where a lot of producers are told, just go DJ.
Yeah.
Just grab a controller, go do it. And that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna DJ, I feel like just learn a couple 100%. Of things. Learn how to use the equipment, learn how to do other things.
Yeah, learn everything.
Yeah.
And that's what Jared has been preaching.
And so shout out to him, man. I'm so glad you guys have got someone like him on your team.
He's actually in Amsterdam, but he's coming in town.
Oh, dope.
Coming back. So you guys definitely gotta meet. Let's get back to this music.
For sure.
I feel like we could talk for a whole hour. We could literally do a whole podcast together. All right, so once again, we got Complexion, the one and only, so long overdue. I've been getting hit up so much, like, yo, when I announced that we're doing a UK London takeover with Selection Radio, I got hit up so much, like, yo, make sure it's Complexion.
Joe, my Instagram was going crazy. I was like, what's happened?
I'm like, of course. I'm like, I kind of found that disrespectful that they thought I was skipping out.
No, Joe, for real, I was worried I got cancelled for some reason, because I was getting tagged in so much stuff. I was like, yo, what have I done?
It was like Black Mirror in real life.
Yeah, for real.
All right, let's get back to the mix. All right, Complexion, Beats One Selection. Behind the scenes right now, just like some of our pet peeves are how the stuff that us radio hosts, curators, DJs who run a weekly radio show, the stuff that we got to deal with from the people, what have been some things that you've had to overcome and just kind of fight through it? Because I've seen people fire at you, and you already know, man, people love trying to take down my character online, bro, and you got to have a thick skin to be in this game.
I like the way you handle things now. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're, not that you were like mad crazy.
Nah, I was crazy before.
Okay, you were a little bit crazy.
I was crazy. I can admit that. I had a short fuse because, you know, I don't put up with anybody's bullshit.
Don't make me bring out the
old Joe. I realized I can't be fighting every little, you know, all these a lot of people are trolls, or I realize the same, you can speak for yourself, is that, and I say this in a humble way, is that some people get mad if they want something for you but they ain't getting it, you know?
Well, this is it. I mean, with my show, a lot of people don't realize I don't get paid. It's purely a labor of love. You know what I mean? That's why I do it. And when I have people saying, do this, I'm like, I will, but let me do my thing. When I first started doing the Future Beat Show, I put the link up on Reddit, and I had people saying, yo, why is this guy talking? I hate his voice. He needs to shut up. Some guy,
I hate that.
Joe, check this. One guy went through my show, got the tracks, put it into a playlist, and goes, yo, I've got a playlist without this guy talking. He wasn't using those words.
The disrespect.
And the thing is, a lot of people don't know, but when I was younger, I had a really bad lisp. So I was mad conscious about talking anyway. So I had to have speech therapy and everything. So when people say things like they like the way I sound on radio,
people are rude, man.
It's crazy. Like, I can't believe it. So hearing that really hit a nerve for me. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Well, you know what it is I noticed that if people listen to the live streams, like say they listen to your show live, or they listen to my show on Beats One or whatever network I was on at the time, it's different because it's like, oh, it's a live radio show. It's the people who are listening through SoundCloud are like, it's almost like a boiler room YouTube, like troll level. And because it's a mix, they think it's a mix. So they're like, yo, we just want to hear the DJ mix.
This is it.
But they don't realize that it's just the recording from the live radio show.
And the thing is, it says in the description, this
but
is
people ain't reading that.
Radio or the Future Beat Show.
But a lot of people who are uneducated don't understand that.
And this is why I didn't want to do my boiler room. I was doing my first boiler room and I was like, I don't want to do it because I know people.
I love boiling, but that crowd's the toughest.
Yeah, I was so worried about what people are going to say. And then when I did my most recent one in Notting Hill Carnival, It's just people again just saying.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, people are just like, what are you doing? This guy's not here for carnival. I'm like, well, do you want me to play the same thing every single other DJ is playing? Or for 45 minutes, just rock with me?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be playing anything too bad, but just rock with me for 45 minutes. But again, keyboard warriors are the worst. And to be honest, we really shouldn't be giving them attention or energy.
Nah. But it's good for someone like you and I to talk about it, because it's like, who else can we talk about it with?
Well, this is it.
You know, people, my friends try to talk to me about it. I feel like they don't really understand, because they're just like, don't respond to it. And it's easier said than done when people are like, yo, don't pay it any mind. But there's certain people that if you met them in person and they and you know them, you play their music on. I've had people who I've played, I'm telling you, full out support on the radio show, and they over here like trying to burn down my character, my name, and I just don't understand, because I've only tried to help them. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
all
I know you feel it.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
I've had people, same thing, when they meet me, they're like, oh man, we love the show. I'm like, that's not what you were saying.
Exactly.
I got screenshots. You know what I mean? Like
or they're talking to another producer, another artist that knows you, and they don't realize the ties.
It's
all good. Look,
like it's
we
cool, man.
we here, man. At the end of the day, it's good to identify the struggles of being in this position. And I feel like the higher up we go, you know, you got to have thicker skin, as I like to say, because you know, the more pressure, the more eyes, the more criticism, and it just comes with the heat, you know. So you got to keep your mind intact. How do you keep you know, mentally strong, and how do you how do you do a show every week, because it's a lot of work?
Green tea.
Yeah,
but not after 3 p.m. I've realized that because of the caffeine.
Oh, okay.
So green tea before 3 p.m. and decaf Earl Grey afterwards.
Yeah.
And it's not just drinking the tea, it's the process of making the tea. Because for me, to make tea properly, you don't want to burn the leaves.
100%.
And that moment I take a break for 2 or 3 minutes. Whether I'm looking at some flowers or I'm in the garden, I use that moment just to kind of switch off.
100.
I take my watch off, my phone upstairs, and I focus on this and just spend 2 or 3 minutes and realize why I'm doing it. Because as you know, I've seen some of your DMs or some of the stories you've shared where people, I saw someone gave birth and she was listening to Soul Action Radio.
Yeah.
That's insane. And
those are the reminders.
Things like that are what make me want to do it. I had someone who told me she was getting married and she was nervous, so she was listening to the show, and then her husband was doing the same thing, and they weren't even separately.
Like just
Joe, that's insane. That's insane. You know, for me,
that's respect, man.
That makes me
feels good. It reminds you to keep going.
But all it takes is one person to say something, and it takes us down. And I think when you put your all into something, this is what you do. You make yourself.
We're
vulnerable.
artists too, and just like Erykah Badu said, she's like, you know, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah, this is it.
Literally.
So I just say I take the time to make tea, just chill. And flowers, man. I love flowers. I know, like a lot of people don't believe that. They're like, what do you mean? Yeah, but I just like the process of taking care of them.
What
and
kind of flowers?
Jasmine.
Okay.
Jasmine's the smell.
Right.
Jasmine at midnight is the one, man.
Okay.
So I don't do anything recreationally. I should. I think it will help me chill out a little bit and just relax. Because we all get anxiety, you know, and it all can get on top of us.
I get anxiety too. I get stage anxiety. I get, even coming out here today, I mean, we're doing so many sessions. I was feeling a bit anxious last night, this morning, but once we come up here, man, it's just a conversation.
So this is it. I was doing the same, driving down to the studio. I was so nervous. I was speaking to my boy Chucks, who's with us. I was saying, what do I play? What do I do? My boy D James, I was in the studio with him last night, thinking, can I play this? Should I play this? And he's helping me out. And I just think when you come here, it's, you know, although we don't like see each other all the time, there's this shared connection. It's like, you know, like cousins in a way.
Yeah.
You know, so when you go see your cousin, everything's chill, and that's how I feel around here. It's just,
I love it.
You know,
man.
it's just family.
It's so crazy because we're both in the same position, but we're both going through the same things until we start talking.
And you don't realize,
Yeah,
it's so amazing. The podcast, man, we're gonna have to do this one day.
Yeah, we got to do it. Let's get back to this music.
For sure.
Just real quick, what have you been playing, and just what's the vibe? Because you talked about it.
So the music and the mix is just stuff that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I was thinking what to do. I was gonna do like a best of selection or stuff that from
just
the
do you.
And I thought this is what I like listening to, and I'm mixing it in a way that I enjoy. So this is purely me. This isn't.
I want people to hear your technical skills.
Yeah, this isn't just Future Beat Show. This is genuinely what I like listening to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Yes, sir. Complexion, Selection, Beast One. Keep it live. So the Future Beats Show, we're going on 4 years, 214 or 215 shows?
15, yeah, I think so.
Let me just say this. It's crazy timing. Yo, I'm really big on timing. This is a coincidence. Selection Radio started on Beats One at show 215.
Oh wow, okay.
And the fact that you're on your 214th show, and then here on Beats One, our first time.
Wow.
Selection Radio, our first time really connecting.
Wow. Yeah.
And I remember, that's a lot of radio shows, man. 214.
Yeah, no, of course.
That's powerful, and I just think it's amazing to remind the people when and what time could they listen to you every week.
So Sunday nights, UK time, which is GMT, 10 p.m. till midnight. It goes up on SoundCloud the day after.
I believe that's 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m.
That's
Eastern
right.
time. Yeah.
And then it goes up on SoundCloud on Monday. And you can also find it on iTunes as well.
Yeah.
So, listen, enjoy. The live shows are always nice because I get to interact with people.
Of course.
And that's always fun. But I do realize that
I miss that.
West Coast, it's 2 in the afternoon on a Sunday.
Yeah.
People got things to do, so it's cool.
Honestly, when I'm home chilling, I'm kicking it. Sunday's the perfect day to do a radio show.
This is true, yeah.
So I want to say that. And just congrats on even, you hit your 200 show recently.
200 was incredible. So I was always thinking, what can I do for 200? And I was thinking of reaching out to people, getting exclusives. Shout out to Esther, who's always down to send me exclusives, by the way.
That's the homie.
And I thought, I've got to make it about the listeners because they're the people that have put me where I am. So I just asked a bunch of people, can you send me a small voice note about yourself and I'll share the message. And some of the messages were incredible. It's just amazing to put voices to these people I shout out every week. And
I love that.
Yeah, it was all about the people. So I got them to choose a song they wanted. And the show ended up being like 3.5 hours, which was insane, So I
know exactly how you feel.
So thankful, Joe, you know how it is when you just have like an idea in your head.
Yeah.
And then it ends up taking you around the world, connecting with people that you would never know unless it was music. Yeah. It's insane.
Music brings us all together, brought us here. And yes, next time, I think for show 300, you should definitely, I've experimented, done it all.
Yeah.
You should definitely do a gathering or a party. I think that's the best way to celebrate.
That was 400, right?
Yeah, I did it for 400. I did something for 300 where I did a private session, maybe 20, 30 people. Yeah. And I did the show live. For 300, I did 3-hour set, the old days.
Yeah.
But I did feel it kind of got a little awkward for me, when I did the intro, because everyone's just staring at you.
We spoke about this off mic, didn't we?
Whereas at the party when I did it, at least it was like a party.
Of course.
So it felt more natural and I made it real quick. But when it just got all quiet in a small room, like a studio room, it's just like a little
and some people just looking at you.
And then 2 hours in, because it's a traditional studio session, people had to go and they were leaving during the session.
Right.
So it kind of felt a little funny, So I would recommend doing a party.
People don't think that makes it takes a toll on us, but it does. Because I see when people leave and you're like, oh, did I do something
wrong? Yeah. I got to ask you real quick before we get back to this music and let the people just vibe out.
Sure.
Who are some artists right now, some producers, or who are some artists that you think people should look out for?
I'm glad you asked this, man. So I'm going to stay UK centric because I've got to shout out my people.
Please.
So a young man from Brighton who goes by the name of L Train.
L Train.
Insane producer. I've seen him grow from 4 years ago to what he's doing now. It's gone from beats to songs. It's amazing. So L Train, a young man called El Mari. There's Stanza, who's Stanza's incredible, man. So many people. Rom, who you're familiar with.
Oh yes. Shout out, he's coming through.
He's coming. Caleb Maestro.
Yeah,
Caleb Maestro is from my area. I didn't even realize.
Which exact area?
Which is West London.
West London.
It's called Isleworth, which is where
Isleworth?
which is where I grew up. So shout out to Ivy Bridge.
It's about an hour out from here, or where?
About 40 minutes from here. Yeah. So shout out to those guys. Who else is there? I had a whole list.
It's okay, but this is the names that pop into your mind.
Although he's not producing music, Sean Granham is doing some great things.
Yeah.
He's got a compilation that he drops on Stay Cool, which is his label. A young
Shout
man called Kulv who puts out mixes for First Air. Incredible.
There's so much talent. Let me ask you, what is it about London, the UK in general? You go to Birmingham, you go to Manchester, Brighton. There's so many places, but the energy out here when people play sets or perform, the energy is just unmatched. I've been everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
What is it about the people here?
I think there's something about London. We're mad. We're not patriotic in a way like how Americans are, but I think we like to represent our city in a way that we know how.
Yeah.
And, it's a very West Indian culture with the pull-ups and the, and reloads and things like that. And that has just gone into all kinds of music. So people now play just to get a reload or rewind on a track. And that build up for that is incredible, So I think people fight for that.
But I also feel though that people just dig for music harder. They're more appreciative. I'm just talking about the energy. Like,
Sorry, yeah.
I met people who they could walk in a selection show at 9 p.m., which is rare.
Yeah.
And they're going hard till 3 a.m. Like, no breaks.
Maybe
like,
it's because we're just surrounded by music in London or in the UK. You know, whatever city you go, whether it's Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham, there's artists from there. And I'm not talking just hip hop, electronic, rock music.
Yeah.
And things like we have some of the best rock bands in the world are from the UK.
Yeah, it's all music. It's not just in our scene. It's everything.
So I feel like that has just sifted through generations.
I've literally timed it out that, usually you go to some cities, you play a song that ignites the crowd, but after like 10 to 20 seconds, they start wearing out. In London, they go at least 30 to 45 seconds. They go an extra 10 to 20 seconds, which is a long time.
Well,
it's like working out.
When they were at Village Underground, how that night was insane. Like how people were. And
I love it, man. I love the UK. I love everybody here. They show so much love.
UK shows you love, man.
Yeah,
they appreciate what you're doing. I feel like we need more people doing this in the UK.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this music isn't as big as it could be in the UK just yet.
Yeah.
But it will.
But I want to end it on that note. I see this crossover where UK music is crossing over heavily to the States the same way African music, Nigerian music, Afro beats is really crossing over right now to the States. And obviously the States crosses over wild over here, but you see it with so many artists, and I think like ASAP and Skepta, perfect example, or you see Drake and different people linking up together and really merging both sounds to where it's acceptable. Like, just because you have a British accent, I feel like a lot of British artists used to, I wouldn't say hide their accent when they rap or sing, but now it's like I see more people being proud and confident in their vocal tone, and now it's like you can be in the States and listen to a British accent and it sounds amazing, and there's no like complaining, there's no nothing.
I remember when I was younger and people would put on American accents to rap and sing, and now that we're being celebrated,
it's like embracing yourself,
and this is how it should be, and I'm really glad that I'm around to see that.
Me too.
Yeah,
and that's why we're here as tastemakers, as radio hosts, as DJs, to help bridge that, you know what I mean? Because people are definitely listening to the Future Beats show. They're definitely listening to Selection. You bring something to the table, I bring something to the table, and we're both unique, but people are listening to both. So yeah, man, just keep on, don't stop.
No, thank you, Joe. Appreciate it, man. Just thank you for everything you've done, and also to your listeners who come over and they tell me they listen to Selection and they've either heard you or seen you mention the Future Beat show and they come over from that. Yeah. So for that, I'm always thankful.
Yeah, man. I hope today brings a whole other. I feel like everyone knows about you, but for those who don't know, that barely, because there's people who barely still finding out about Selection.
Of course.
Please listen to this man Complexion show.
Thank you, Joe.
It's amazing. He's really like you're literally focusing on future beats.
Yeah.
Like the theme is focused on the beats. Yeah. Like I don't even focus on future beats, and I wish, like, not that I wish. It's just it's a difficult thing to put together 2 hours of future beats.
Yeah,
because it's hard. SoundCloud is a different place.
But I feel like with Selection Radio, you're creating a mood and a vibe.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. So when you press play from the first song, like I know what this show is going to be about.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And this, I want to drive to this. I want to smoke to this. I want to chill with my partner to this. This is what the vibe's about. And I think that's what happens when you evolve from the music. And for me, I love supporting people when they start making music and seeing where they go. 100. Like I remember when I first heard of Forward Slash, for example, these guys who are now just doing incredible things. And so many, look at Rom, for example. I remember him emailing me, and next thing I see, he's doing a white label with you guys.
Yes, sir.
And it's great to see that the artists you're championing going to do bigger things, because I wish that people would focus more on radio shows, because we are in a way A&Rs, aren't we? Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're doing all the A&Rs jobs.
Yeah, so people should be paying us extra for this.
Oh, I agree. But yeah, man, there's so much to talk about. We talked about doing a podcast, or
next time.
I feel like next time, now that you're officially initiated into the Selection Radio alumni, next time we're gonna get you a take the Selection.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want. So everyone's listening now. Make sure Joe gets me that BBC stuff.
And next time we got to get you to do a full takeover where you just host it from start to finish.
That'd be amazing.
I just want to get people acquainted first. But thank you again. All right, Selection, Complexion, you're welcome here anytime, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, Beast One. All right,
peace.
Keep it locked.